Hello, I'm Nora St. John, the Education Program Director for Balanced Body, and with me today is Lizbeth Garcia from Tilcia Studios in San Diego, California. We're going to show you 3 exercises from the regular mat repertoire, or variations of them, that can be done using a rotator disc. In this case, we have a large disc, the 12-inch disc, with the heavy resistance. These can also be done with a lighter resistance or even with no resistance. They just feel a bit different. We put a pad on to make this more comfortable for her sit bones. So we'll start in a seated position with some variations on teaser. This is a teaser twist. We start here. She's leaned back just a bit, right? Just in that teaser position, feet flat on the floor. And we'll start just rotating the torso in one direction and the legs in another. Yeah? So just getting a nice twist around the torso. Nice. Now we're going to just progress this one step. So we come up onto the balls of the feet. That's it. And going from there, same idea, same choreography. If you want to add things, you could take an arm a little farther out. You could take the hands behind the head. Lots of options there. Then we'll move on to the legs in a tabletop position. One leg and the other leg, finding that nice balance point. And from here, a nice, again, that gentle rotation, side to side. Letting the disc move just a wee bit. And remember, this one has resistance on it, and this is the heavy resistance. So she's got to work to move the arms and the legs away from each other. And last but not least, full teaser, Lizbeth's beautiful full teaser. And we rotate from there. Oh. And now you really start to work a lot on the abdominals, on the oblique system, on the hips, on the hip flexors, on the balance, all those pieces coming together. So let's relax that. That's our 4-step teaser. Now we'll go into some variations of side leg kicks. So lying down on the side, this creates an interesting opportunity for moving the bottom leg and creating stability from some different points in the body. Here we've got, again, shoulder over the elbow. We're relatively stacked. The waist is lifted up here. And we'll start here by lifting the top leg slightly off the bottom leg and then kicking the bottom leg front and back. A little kick forward, and you can flex the foot to go forward in the traditional choreography, and then reach it back. Kick forward, reach it back, working on pelvic stability here. That's it. One more. Nice. And then from there, we can also go into a little bit of swimming, side swimming. So one leg up, one leg down. So here we've got the disc is moving, but her core is nice and steady. Now we have another one, which we do with the top leg up. So we take the top leg up. This is now our stability pole. It's going to hold us steady. And keeping this leg together and this hip right where it is, that bottom leg can now kick forward and back, trying to maintain that stability in that top hip. This is a big challenge, as you'll see. It feels very interesting to have that bottom hip moving. There we go. All right, and now rather than doing the other side, which I'll let you do on your own, I'm going to have Lizbeth come onto her stomach and do a little bit of prone work. So here the disc is pretty much centered on the pelvis. The hands are just shoulder distance. Lots of ways to do this, but I like this version the best. And Lizbeth will simply do her side bend with that little bit of extension now. If you looked at the rest of the podcasts in this series, I'll move this out of the way for her. We've done some of this mobility work with her in a slight flexion. We've done it with her relatively neutral on all fours. So here we're doing it in extension. Nice. And notice that the hips are moving a little bit along with the shoulders. There's a nice contralateral movement of the two of them. Yeah? All right. And there is our mat work on the disc.